Alright, so there's this fan fiction my friend showed me called How Prussia Stole Christmas from fanfiction.net, written by Hazel-Beka. And I have read it out loud in a British accent, and so people have told me that I must record it because, for whatever reason. Alright, so I'm going to read it. Here we go. How Prussia Stole Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas in Europe one year. The nation was stirring, and midnight was near. Even Sealand was tucked up and sleeping in bed. Wait, this opening's not Seuss. Forget what I said. Every nation in Europe loved Christmas a lot, but one country who lived with his brother did not. He had always detested the whole celebration, but no one cared since he's no longer a nation. Oi, that was just mean. I was great at one time. What the? Who are you, interrupting my rhyme? I'm Prussia, you moron, star of the show. Hey, England, is that you? You idiot, no! You liar, no one else would have eyebrows that big. So tell me, why the fuck are you wearing that wig? Shut up, it makes me feel more like a narrator. Now piss off, you wanker. I'll deal with you later. So as I was saying, one nation was moaning that the presents he got were never worth owning. It was too bloody cold, and the carols were crap, and it cost far too much, and there was too much to wrap. This idiot would have been whining all day, but Germany, sick of it, sent him away. And so Prussia, the Scrooge I was talking about, just in case you somehow hadn't figured it out, went outside to sulk more as he plodded along, and then, oh shit, this verse is now 2 lines too long. So anyway, Prussia walked through the thick snow. He wondered what he could do, where he could go, and he thought, and then suddenly knew exactly the dastardly deed he would do. I've got it, he shouted while punching the air. I'll steal away Christmas, the whole daft affair. I'll show them what happens when they buy me socks. I'll climb down their chimney and unpick their locks. I'll steal all the presents and stockings and trees from the Germans, the Spaniards, the Poles, and Chinese. Okay, maybe not China, it's too far away, but Europe at least will have no Christmas Day. And the poor passerbys could do nothing but stare as he plodded out loud on his way to his lair. And hang on, a lair? Where could he have a lair? That's for me to know, England, and not you, so there. Well, somehow this git had a cave or a hole. It's a lair! Don't lie, shit, we just broke the fourth wall. It was already broken, no need to freak out. Just carry on going. But Prussia, don't shout. Fine, I'll keep on narrating, but don't interrupt. So anyway, Prussia's small heart was corrupt. Well, it always had been, but now even more so, as he entered his lair and he shut out the snow. There's a few things I need, he said, looking around. First a sleigh and some reindeer to get off the ground, then some really big sacks for the presents and trees. Oh, and maybe a rope to climb down the chimneys. He searched for a sleigh and a reindeer to fly it. The latter was easy. His Gilberts could try it. He made some small pairs of antlers for his birds, who all looked like they thought the idea was absurd. And then Prussia decided to make his own sleigh, out of cardboard and duct tape and papier-mâché. Did he really think Gilberts could lift up that box? I guess he was stupid. No, just sick of socks. When he'd finished, he stared at his sleigh with delight. It was crimson with Prussia Rules written in white. He attached the reins, Gilberts were cheeping with dread, and leapt into it, grinning with glee, and then he said, On Gilbert, and 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 Gilbert. Why didn't he give his chicks more than one name? I think I can tell you, he's fucking insane. And yet somehow that sleigh rose up into the sky, and I'm losing all faith in this story. God, why? But the Gilberts were flapping and flapping away until they broke physics and lifted the sleigh. It was magical up in the cold starlit sky. It filled Prussia with glee, and he let out a cry. You're going down, Santa! Don't think you can win! And he steered the sleigh, heading straight down to Berlin. It was soon after this that he spotted his prey, and he cackled a little and steered down the sleigh. It made barely a sound on the cold snowy roof of the first of the victims of this Christmas spoof. And whom do you think did this rooftop belong? Well, you're probably not stupid, therefore not wrong. It was Germany's house, his own brother's abode. We'll see who's on the naughty list now, Prussia crowed. But the chimney was narrow. How could Prussia fit? And why didn't he just use the front door, that git? I lost my key. West Wind give me another. I'm not surprised. Really, I pity your brother. So Prussia now put on a jolly red suit and a fake beard, then slid down the dark chimney chute. Wait, what? I'm not buying this. He's not that thin. It was magic. No, you found another way in. But whatever, somehow he entered the room, where bright, twinkling fairy lights lit up the gloom. There were stockings and presents and candles the lot, and of course there was sherry for Santa. Jackpot! So at once Prussia got to work downing the booze, and his brother upstairs still continued to snooze. Then he started to put presents into his sack, not realizing someone stood at his back. Excuse me, a small voice said after a pause, but I think you're doing it wrong, Santa Claus. You're supposed to give presents, not take them away. Prussia turned around to see who had gotten in his way. It was Italy. Prussia frowned. Why was he there? More importantly, why was he totally there? Prussia wasn't complaining. He quite liked the view. But he needed a lie, and a damn good one, too. Oh, Prussia said as he thought up one quick. Well, I'm sure you recognize me as St. Nick, 'cause I'm certainly not Prussian. No, not at all. See, the problem is, that your tree is too small. And I gave you the wrong presents, silly old me. So I'm taking them back, and I'm fixing your tree. But don't worry, I'll bring them back later tonight. So go back to bed. Ho ho ho, and good night. Now, if anyone else had heard that porky pie, they'd have known in an instant that it was a lie. There was no one else who would have Adam and Eved it. That rhyming slang's real. You better believe it. But anyway, leaving the Cockney aside, Italy didn't realize that Prussia had lied. He smiled and said, "Thanks, Germany will be glad that you've helped us so much, that poor gullible lad." And so Italy happily went back upstairs, leaving Prussia to go off and make the repairs. And indeed Prussia went, with the presents and tree, and the stockings and lights, right back up the chimney. And he loaded them onto the back of his sleigh, laughing maniacally as he then went on his way. I feel sorry for Italy, really I do. Prussia can be a real twat sometimes. So can you. After that, Prussia flew through the dark, snowy night to steal Christmas away from nations left and right. I don't know how he fit it all in his sleigh, or how he robbed the whole continent in one day. But he visited Italy, England, and Spain. Oi, you bastard, that's my house! Wait, I can explain. Oh, you're getting a bollocking later. Just wait. I'll buy you a drink. Yeah, you bloody well, mate. So from Russia to France, Prussia flew through the air. As the country swept on, they were all unaware. He stole everything Christmassy that he could find, and then took it away in the sleigh he designed. Now I'm not sure how he managed to fit it all in, or how Gilbert could carry it back to Berlin, but they managed somehow, and they got to the lair so that Prussia could bask in his victory there. "I'm so awesome," he crowed as he looked at his wife. "This will teach Father Christmas, that stupid old jerk. And those morons who think Christmas Day will be great will be sorry," he said as he sat down to wait.